Hi, it's Danny from For Bloggers by Bloggers, and today we're going to have a quick look at the Catalyst theme. It's a new premium WordPress framework from the guys that made the Frugal theme. Frugal's been discontinued and it's been replaced by Catalyst. Now, Catalyst is a new one and it's gone up against the likes of Thesis, Genesis, which we use on For Bloggers by Bloggers, Headway, Standard, and iThemes, and all the other premium themes that are out there. It's always difficult for a new theme to come to market and, make a name for itself, but I think looking at the Catalyst theme and the options it offers you, it's probably the most in-depth WordPress framework around at the minute, and that gives it a really good chance to stand out from the rest of the pack. What Catalyst does, which is really interesting, we'll just scroll through. This is the Catalyst homepage. What it does is got a whole ton of details here just for you to have a look at. So I mean, you've got unlimited custom layouts, widgets and hook boxes. A lot of themes say they've got unlimited custom layouts, and some do, or can offer you what could be classed as unlimited custom. But Catalyst has got a really cool way of putting itself together, which we'll see in a little bit once we go into the actual dashboard area and show you about it. But it does give you a huge amount of flexibility. You've got over 600 no-code and design options, 22 included custom skins to get you up and running. The great thing with Catalyst, when you buy either the developer or the personal skin the personal option, it comes with a child theme called Dynamic, but it also comes with, as it mentions here, 22 custom skins, which will give you, a quick, easy, nice looking website or blog straight from the off, and that's all included in the package, which is a great way to get you up and running quickly. You can also, this is a really cool option as well, you can also create your own custom child themes. For anybody that doesn't know what a child theme is, it's basically a theme or a skin that you overlay on top of your existing WordPress framework. So if you look at For Bloggers by Bloggers, we run the Genesis framework, which is a pretty standard, straightforward coding framework. If I don't want to code, which I don't, I'm not a coder, if I don't want to code, I would buy a child theme. Which is what we have in For Bloggers by Bloggers. We use the church child theme, for instance, for Genesis, and that's where you get the magazine style layout that we currently have. The great thing with Catalyst, you can build your own child theme. So you can basically have the Catalyst framework, and then with a bunch of design tweaks and then saving options, you can then create what's basically your own child theme, save it, and then upload it to the Catalyst forums for other people to use, or even sell them, as your own, child themes that you can sell to other bloggers using the Catalyst theme. So it's a pretty cool idea there. This is great. This custom CSS building tool. Basically, like I say, I'm not a coder. I understand CSS. I just don't, use it really. I just don't have the time to learn coding. But what Catalyst does, it gives you a custom CSS building tool. Basically, you choose the options that you want for the font, for the content area, for the sidebar, header, etc. The font size, and then just click Insert CSS, and it will drag the CSS over for you. And again, I'll show you that quickly behind the dashboard. Like we said, this is just really a quick overview of the Catalyst theme. Really excited about it. So we'll have a more in-depth look in a future video. You've also got font control. It includes Google Fonts, which is excellent. A lot of people use Google Fonts for design work. Catalyst comes actually with the whole Google Font directory API, which allows you even more control over how your blog reads from a copy point of view. Like any framework these days, it's got great SEO or search engine optimization options. It's also HTML5 and CSS3 compliant, which is perfect for obviously the way that the web's becoming more interactive, and the way it's coded to make faster loading websites. Google's already been speaking about how fast websites load and how they'll penalise it or potentially penalise that. So HTML5 everything just makes you it helps your site load quicker, and it helps you get found easier basically. Automatic updates, so you don't have to worry about your what version you're running. You'll get a notification telling you what version you're on and whether you need to update. And this is great. This is very similar to, well, it's exactly the same as Genesis. Catalyst allows you to use its license on as many sites as you want. So whether you buy the personal or the developer edition of Catalyst, you can have it on any number of sites, any number of domains, client sites, friend sites, personal sites, whatever you want basically. You can do it all with Catalyst. And you've got a bunch of stuff here, so your image uploader, page templates, you can import, export all your various options, etc. Fully compatible with WordPress MU. This is really important. A lot of users use WordPress multi-site for easier login options. There's some of the premium frameworks that are out at the moment don't support WordPress MU, so this is quite a strong feature for Catalyst. And well, it says here a gazillion other things you'll have to buy Catalyst to find out about, and it's true, they've got a ton of stuff in the back end. So you go up to the Catalyst demo, and this will just give you an idea what some of the skins are like. So this is a sleek skin, okay, and as you can see, it's a nice, this is what you can install right away. This is your basic Catalyst. Let me just bring Catalyst on for you. So this is your basic Catalyst layout. Okay, pretty straightforward. And the guys behind Catalyst have already said, it's a framework to build from for coders or non-coders. So if you're a coder, you've got the basic layout here. You can start coding behind the scene. If you're not a coder, you can install one of the 22 skins that comes with it. There's the dynamic child theme. So it's there's no change here, but if you've got on your own blog, that it'd be a cleaner look. But if you want to go to one of the skins, so like we say, this was the sleek one, which is quite nice. This is what you'd get, and you can change this to your own logo or header for it, obviously. You've also got, for instance, impression, which I like, which is like a sort of greyish one here. You've got tabber, which is quite a funky, little one. You can just see the changes that it makes for you. It's like a really, really cool idea to give away so many child options or skins to get you up and running quickly. And the great thing with the skins, even though it comes like this, you can then jump into the dashboard and start messing about with your layout and change the colour of your nav bar, change your font settings, change everything, and then save that as your own skin. So let's just jump into the dashboard area and show you. This is the Catalyst core options. Okay, so you can look at the info box, which tells you what version of Catalyst you're using, the PHP, which is 5.2, WordPress version, Catalyst version. Your forum and resources are here, Catalyst support's here, and if you want to become a Catalyst affiliate, you can also join in here. Search engine optimizations, it gives you the standard options, how you want to append a site description. Do you want to have a title tag? Choose your own. H1 headline tags on homepage, what pages you want to index and what categories do you want to index via search engines. Do you want to give comment offer links, no follow, no archives, no index, and this is where you can type in your homepage meta description and your homepage meta keywords. Because Catalyst has got a really strong SEO built in, your single posts also give you a bunch of options for SEO, such as post title, post description, post keywords, where you want to index it, a ton of options. Your header, do you want it to be a text or image header, and activate header right area hook. What this does is, if you're on, this is the test area, this is just the basic Catalyst framework at the moment. If you've got the right hook area activated, you can have the navigation bar, if you wanted to, up to the right hand side of the actual header. It just makes it a nice clean look, as opposed to having the nav bar at the bottom or above. You've also got your nav bars, so it asks you what type. You can use WordPress free options of creating a custom navigation bar, or use the standard nav bar options. Content to display, pages or categories. Do you want a sub menu? And also your nav bar 2 options. So what you can have is, you can have your navigation bar with your standard pages, and you can have the categories underneath as your navigation bar 2. And what you want to have on your right side display, you can have a blog feed, your Twitter account, a search box, or some standard text. If you want to say, it could be an about the blog, for example, or about the website, you can have that text in here. Your content, what kind of content do you want? Double right sidebar or single right sidebar? So let's go single right sidebar and just refresh that, and you can see that jumps to makes the content area wider and the single right hand sidebar. You can have excerpt, or you can have full content. So let's do the full content and just refresh, and then you can see you've got your main sort of blog options now. So you can see it's like a really comprehensive dashboard area for the standard Catalyst option. But if you actually go in and then activate the dynamic child theme, which comes again comes with the Catalyst package, whether it's a single personal license or the developer license, and let's just go back to that. and as you can see, this is now giving me a narrower option. It's more like a blog, you know, a typical blog look now. But now if you go to the dynamic options, and you can see you've got a lot more involved. You know, you can get you can choose how your body looks, choose the different the background of the links, the link hover and the link color. You can choose the font, so you've got your standard fonts, and then you've got your Google fonts. Every single Google font is there. You can choose the line height, what color the font's going to be. You can do the same for the wrap, so you can see you've got the wrap background, container wrap background. That gives you a preview of what it's going to look like. You've got the header, again, if you've got text, it gives you a whole bunch for header title font, header title link, header tagline font, header background, header border, navbar 1, navbar 2. And this is a cool CSS builder that I was on about earlier. If you open that up and you say, okay, I want the font to be Cardo, and I want it to be 15. Let's say I want it to be bold, and I would like decoration of underline, and so you just insert what you've just actually made. So there you go, and that's your custom CSS builder. You don't have to know CSS coding, this will build it for you. So if you've got a little, say, content box somewhere on your blog or your website, or you want a special advertisement box or something like that that might take CSS coding, you can choose how it's going to look. Copy the actual CSS you just created, and then you go to your advanced options, which is your hooks, etc. So let's just go over to advanced options. This is where you get your custom widget areas, custom hook boxes, custom CSS. You just drop your CSS in there, hit save, and it changed. I don't understand it, so I'm not going to save that and show you what mess I made. But you'd hit save there, and that's you created a complete new area, or a dedicated box, or whatever you want to create with your CSS. Without knowing CSS code. It's a really cool little tool that Catalyst has got. So as you can see, the dynamic options for the child theme, there's a whole ton. You can choose what your widgets area looks like. Basically every single thing on your blog or website you can have looking different. A lot of premium frameworks say, yeah, you can have control over making something look different without coding, which is true, but you can't have the amount of control that Catalyst gives you. It's a lot more in depth. It's probably not something that you're going to jump into and get something up running really quickly, purely from the amount of control it's got. Like I say, you can use a child theme and get that up, fairly nice. But if you really want to dig down, either with coding or without coding, and make every single part of your website different and have its own unique look, from your widget title to your widget box to your widget content to your widget background, your content area, your header, etc. Catalyst looks, as if it's got it all. And like I say, you've got so many little options with the skins that comes with it. Let's look at synthesis. So you've got this. It's quite a cool one as well. So it gives you a lot to get going with right away. This is like a Catalyst theme that got built, just to show you what it looks like. So this is running off the Catalyst one. It's been built, from scratch using Catalyst, and as you can see, it gives you, quite a nice looking little website. Fairly straightforward to get up and running. So that's the overview of the Catalyst theme, guys. Like I say, I'll be looking at it in more depth, fairly soon. But I just wanted to introduce you to the Catalyst theme, the framework. And if you're interested in checking it out and seeing more demos and having a look for yourself, you click the little banner. It's an affiliate banner at the bottom of this video. Check it out and see what you think. This has been Danny from For Bloggers by Bloggers, looking at the Catalyst theme, and we'll be looking at it in more in depth soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.